My name is Himnish Nagpal and I'm 12 years old. This is my dad's W211. I like it because of its engine power and torque. And my favorite car is the Mercedes-Benz SL63, the R129. Thank you.
Hey guys, welcome to MotorBeam. Today we have another old Mercedes with us, old but still feels new, that kind of Mercedes, and the owner of the car. This is a 2007 E-Class and Yogesh is here. He owns this beautiful car. So Yogesh, give us a quick introduction about yourself. What do you do and then how did you end up buying this car?
Hi, so this is Yogesh here. I work as a media industry professional and have a passion for cars. Have been into classic and young classic Mercs. I've owned a 124 in the past for about 6 years. Thought it was time to upgrade. Came across an E280 CDI, which is probably one of the most powerful in its segment from its time. Found the condition good. Knew the seller personally. Went ahead and sealed the deal.
Understood. So what has your history with Mercs been? You told me you own a few Mercs earlier. So 1 to 4 and then you had another W211 before this.
Right. So my rendezvous with Mercs began when I was in school actually. So my school principal at that time had a Mercedes 123. So that's when my love for Mercs started. So back in 2019, I stumbled upon a 124 that was owned by one of the big automobile houses. It was in good condition and I picked it up. Owned it for about 6 years. Then I came across an E280 W211 again. That was a petrol. Used that briefly. After that, there was a W211 E230 which I came across. Used that briefly, and then this was the one. This being diesel, it's even more powerful. Hence, I thought this is the car to actually retain.
Great. Let's do one thing. Let's go for a drive in this and थोड़ा detail में बात करते हैं about the experience.
Perfect. Let's do that.
Yeah. So we are out on the ceiling with the E280. Yogesh, now tell me, this generation, the W211, has been gaining a lot of popularity these days in the used car market. A lot of people want to buy these cars. So what is the reason? The reliability or the overall charm of owning an old Mercedes or what?
So there are 2-3 factors to this. One, this gen doesn't have too many electronics. So it's a mix of power and budget, to be honest. There are people who might want to own a Mercedes or have a German parked in their parking and want power, reliability. So it makes sense. If you know the car inside out, you have somebody who can take care of the car for you inside out, and you can keep enjoying the car as long as one knows what's happening within the car and knows where to source the spares. I think it's sorted.
So what was the journey behind buying this car? How did you find it and what checks did you do before finalizing this car?
So to be very honest, before buying any car, right, I end up seeing at least 5 to 10 of those. It's very rarely that one stumbles upon the car you want to buy right at the first time.
Correct.
So even before buying this car, I actually checked out at least 6 to 8 211 E280 CDIs. After that, this came across through a known person, and then I think because it was a known person, it was owned by one of the well-known doctors. It boosted my confidence, and after that, I kind of ended up giving it for a full service, fluids, filters, and the other mechanical bits which needed attention. So once that was done, I think it's in a pretty decent drivable state.
So what kind of usage you have with this car? Do you use it as a daily driver or only as a weekend toy?
So largely used as a weekend car for my drives on the coastal road and maybe on the expressways. So yeah.
And tell me one thing now, if someone is looking to buy such a car, what is the kind of price they should pay? Because a lot of people quote any random price, right? Starting from 1.5 lakh to 5, 6, 7 lakh rupees. people quote whatever price they want. So ideally, what is a good price range?
So, if you browse through the listings on most of the portals,
Yeah.
you would see a wide range, as you
Correct.
see.
Correct.
I have seen rundown cars which are listed for about 1.5 to 2.5. I've seen cars that are special edition 2000. There was a special edition that came in 2009, which
Yeah.
had the
Yeah.
tune of the S320.
Correct.
So there was a 27,000 kilometer run
Yeah.
E280 CDI that was asking about 6.5.
Okay. Okay.
So the range is vast,
Yeah. Yeah.
but at the same time, one needs to maintain a balance, I would
Correct.
say. So the right price, the sweet spot would be in the range of about 4 to 4.5 for a car which is extremely well maintained
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
kind of ready to drive.
And in terms of maintenance, now if you have two options, go to the authorized service center or go to a friendly neighborhood garage. Now people usually prefer the latter, but what kind of realistic maintenance cost? Because लोगों के दिमाग में वो भी डर होता है कि ये टाइप की गाड़ी ली तो बहुत ज़्यादा महंगी होगी maintenance में, it'll give you a lot of trouble every day. So what is the realistic expectation in terms of maintenance also?
See, in terms of maintenance, the basic service along with brake pads, fuels, filters, and oil change, it should be in the range of about 35,000 at a friendly neighborhood garage. Service center might be about 20 to 25% higher.
Okay.
In my
And
view.
what about spare parts? Are they available easily for such old cars?
I don't see an issue with spare parts. The spare parts are pretty easily available for these cars.
Okay, okay. And so tell me one thing now, because you have driven so many different Mercs and even old BMWs, which ones are the ones to look out for?
So
I mean, an E60 BMW 5 Series from a similar era, or this 211 Mercedes, or maybe the newer 212 Mercedes.
So, in my view, I have personally used the E90 320D. I've used the 124 and the 211s. I personally feel Mercs are the best driven and the easiest to maintain.
Yeah.
Largely because of the fact that the spares availability for Mercs is pretty much sorted, and the workshops are familiar with the Mercs much more than the other Germans.
Understood. And in terms of legalities now, because these cars are more than 15 years old, do you face any issues in getting the papers renewed or the fitness certificate or anything of that sort?
I haven't faced an issue with the renewal for at least two of the cars in the past. That includes the 124 E220 petrol and the E280 petrol W211. I haven't faced an issue with that.
Okay. Now tell me one thing. What do you like the most about this particular car? What do you think would be better? Something you don't like about this car?
So the best part about this car is the instant power on tap. The moment you go up on the throttle, you see the car splurge forward. The thing that I don't like, is these plastics, which don't seem to be really. While the car has aged really well,
the plastic seem to be
coming off. That's largely due to the Indian or the Mumbai heat / weather conditions.
Correct, because I've seen this happening on the older 3 Series and the 5 Series also.
Yes.
On the door pads, you see those bits coming off and people
Absolutely.
replacing them. In fact, just a few days back, I was also driving a W211. It was the E200. Again, a very nice car for the kind of age that it has been, almost 20 years old, and it drove really well. Then I drove the W221 S500. Again, I think these cars have aged really well, and even today they feel so nice to drive.
Absolutely.
The build quality, you see the driving feel, and you just have that joy of having a proper car. Not the gadgets that we have.
Absolutely. That's one of the things that I actually like about these Mercs, and right up to W212, right? The car is void of any major electronics. The feel of these, physical buttons over the complete touchscreen infotainment system with controls for air conditioner, locks, and everything else. The feel of these physical buttons is really something else, and that is one of the reasons why I prefer these older Mercs. To be honest, I personally do not have a lot of liking for the touchscreen infotainment systems.
Exactly. Now, because this is your self-driven car, but the E-Class was ideally known for its rear seat comfort also.
Right.
So, have you had any proper long drive experience at the back,
Uh,
sitting at the back?
Not really. This is the seat that I have been like 99% of the time been in.
So, what are the next plans for this car in terms of restoration or modifications or getting something aftermarket?
See, I think what I am looking for is monoblock wheels currently, the
Yeah,
AMG
yeah.
monoblock wheels. This car rides on 16 inches currently.
Yeah.
17-inch monoblocks is something that I will look for. That
Yeah.
kind of changes the stance and the exterior appeal of the vehicle. So monoblocks is definitely one thing that I'm looking at.
So, what next after this car?
Maybe an S 500,
The
or if
221.
there is the 221, or if there is any AMG available, petrol AMG.
I think you should get the R129 next.
I wish.
That will be a dream car of
I
sorts,
wish.
yeah?
I wish.
So, Yogesh, any anecdote or experience that you would like to share, something special that happened with you while driving this, or maybe your older Mercedes?
So driving Mercs always kind of feels special.
Yeah.
But there were a couple of incidents that I, remember where when I was driving the 124,
Yeah.
a couple of people actually, waved to me and asked me if I wanted to kind of part with the car and drop their phone number. So
Yeah,
that's kind
yeah.
of one of the beauties, or I would say, not. But in that sense, these cars kind of attract a lot of eyeballs, I would say.
And sometimes I think the attention would be unwanted also.
Absolutely.
You cannot park these cars on the road and go away. I mean,
Absolutely.
look at the wheels on that S-Class.
Yeah, those are the Maybach wheels.
No, these are, I think,
Brabus.
yeah, some kit.
Yeah.
So I think that's a negative point also, because you cannot park the car on the road
Absolutely.
and go anywhere.
You cannot park the car on the road. And the biggest fear remains the monogram getting
flicked,
stolen
yeah.
or getting damaged.
So we are back after a drive in this beautiful E280 CDI. Yogesh, now a lot of people, a lot of viewers also want to consider buying such used Mercedes cars. So what is your word of advice to them?
So the only thing that I would like to say is what matters in these cars is the condition in which the previous owner has maintained the car, the service history, and the preventive maintenance that has been done on the vehicle.
Yeah.
It's best to get it checked by a professional, either at the authorized service center or somebody who knows these cars inside out.
Correct.
Once you have the green signal from the person who's checking the car, I think there is no looking back.
Correct. And what models should be considered more and what models can be avoided?
I think if one is looking for power and efficiency, then one can go for diesel models.
Yeah.
If one is a petrol head and likes the butter smooth petrol V6s, then one can consider the E280 petrol or the E230 petrol. So both are V6 engines and extremely smooth and silent. And the diesel ones for obviously raw torque and power.
Great. Thank you so much, Yogesh. Nice talking to you.
Pleasure connecting with you, Parth. Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Any doubts about any of these cars, let us know in the comment section below. We'll see you very soon in the next one. Goodbye.
Thanks.